Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sunny Side. I'm Sonny, and today we're going to talk about narcissism. Oh yeah, maybe a little bit about toxic empaths as well. Oh wow, I hope everyone is having a super amazing day. You know what, guys? I don't want to throw anyone under the bus today. We'll do it tomorrow. Or you can, I really like when you leave the stories in the comment section. So please leave stories of some of the silly things that you're a narcissist or you're a toxic person or you're dark empath or you're evil, whatever your evil shit did to you. Like, just leave it in the comment section. I love to hear the stories. And, you know, some days I'll tell you some crazy stuff I went through too. It's kind of fun to share the stories. But that's not today. Today, I don't want to hate anybody today. This is like, it's afternoon here. I'm in a pretty good mood, pretty chill. I went for a little jog. Do this. I'll do some music video for you guys as well a little later. Okay, here we go. But we do need our little pep talk. So here we go. First up, and it's about empowerment, how we can be the best of us. Wow, whatever. Or maybe how we can just make it through the day without freaking out down at Walmart. It's like, okay, here we go. Repeat after me. Here's what's going to happen. Value, devalue, discard. That's how it works. Value, devalue, discard. That's a cycle. That's a cycle. What you want to do is recognize these cycles, and one of the way, and then essentially try and break the cycles. What you're trying to do. However, remember, you can't cure your narcissist. There's like no way you're going to cure your narcissist. There's no way you're going to help. There's like, forget about all of that. This isn't about any of that. This is about what you do to empower yourself. Remember, this is the sunny side, not the goody side. And I'm going to show you guys how to win this game. So here you go. So it's a cycle. It's a pattern. And there are a couple of ways that from my time as a hypnotherapist and an NLP practitioner, that we can interrupt these patterns. It's not easy. And there, like I say in a bunch of these videos, there are things that haven't even been invented yet that will become part of this ritualistic habit or this pattern that we're going to talk about today. But that's what it is. Essentially, in this particular pattern, it's value, devalue, discard. Now, you don't have to break the pattern. You don't have to interrupt the pattern. You don't have to do anything. You didn't do nothing. You can walk away. You can like say, hey, see, peace out. No, go do your old thing. Forget that. I don't care, man. You can do whatever. But that's, you can whatever. It's not the point. And we're not really talking about pattern interrupting today and the different ways you can interrupt that pattern today. That's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about something really simple. This is what's going on. This is it. This is what's happening. When the value stage happens, you have to know that a devalue stage is going to follow. So there's no thinking that it's not going to happen. The only question that you should be asking yourself is when it's going to happen, how soon until it happens, and how bad is the devalue stage going to be? That's all that you should be thinking, because that's all that's going to happen. Oh, Sonny, no, man, I want to live in the moment. I just want to be happy in the moment. I want to be like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Not really, but fair enough. You're playing with toxic danger. The least you can do is, you know, on the sunny side here, we live our dreams, of course, with our eyes open. And you, my friend, are living your reality with your eyes closed. They're going to value you, and they'll say really nice things. Some may be true, some may not be true, and it's completely irrelevant. And then completely outside of anything you do, they're going to devalue you. And that's just what's going to happen. So what are you going to do in this situation? You're being devalued. And in a second, I'm going to tell you how to deal with the devalued. Right here at the 5-minute mark, I'll tell you what's going on. But you know the discard is coming, whether it's a reverse discard or a discard, or the locks are changed or the cops call, like whatever you do. You don't need to tell me twice. You don't even need to tell me once. I didn't want to be there in the first place. It's just checking on the rent, literally. So you don't have to tell me twice. So you shouldn't have to be told twice either. However, it's told to you. But it's coming. So you know this already. There's no need to get irregular. Just like everyone knows Sonny's going to pontificate and get preachy. You know that's going to happen. And then I'm going to sit around and do some work for a while. You know that's coming. I'll make a YouTube video about it. I'll throw people under the bus in the stories, whatever. It's coming. With your toxic person, it's coming. So go for a walk. You hit the devalue stage. Okay, we're going to have to take a break soon. Get ready for it. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. You're not Freud. You're not even a good Freudian slip. You're not even a Freudian slipper. You're just some person getting played by a toxo. That's all you are. You're someone with no boundaries and a weak heart, and who has little value, poorly values your own feelings and your own worth and your of money and all that stuff around you. You don't value yourself. So why would the narco value you? Seriously, you are a target. Hold on a second. This is supposed to be the pep talk. All right, everybody calm down. Let's go back to it. Let's go back to some peppy talk. Go. Here you go. That's the cycle. It's like when you're surfing, you know, the waves coming in, or like when you're coding, and it's not really like coding. It's like when you're making cereal in the morning. Not really. It's like when it happens, it's going to happen. So that's the cycle. In anything in life, when there's the cycle, you have to recognize where you are in that cycle, where it's a business cycle, a monetary cycle, an emotional cycle, a physical cycle, you know, weight training cycle, learning something cycle, whatever it is. When you're in these little loops, you have to recognize where in this loop that you are, and you have to plan on how to get yourself out of that loop. And it's that simple. It's that simple. And so you're stuck, right? So in the comment section, do some crazy. So I'm not telling you guys today how to break that loop. I'm not going to sit here and tell you in a little video to be like that, like lay this cycle stuff on you. You know, cycle of abuse, right? Cycle of trauma, cycle of like Tour de France, you know, like exercycle. These cycles, you know. I don't necessarily think we should try and break them this week. You're going to probably do something silly and have a reactionary event. Your partner could freak out on you. I wouldn't do anything that crazy, but I would be aware of the cycle. And before you walk around practicing how to break these cycle or interrupt these patterns or do any of the simple little techniques that are kind of simple on one hand and immensely unpopular and difficult on the other hand. But before you go around trying to interrupt any of these patterns or cycles or change anybody, allow them a moment to experience them for what they are and to just be a non-resistant part of the cycle. You know, you don't always have to be swimming upstream. You don't always have to be swimming against the current. You don't always have to be disagreeable to the toxic person. You don't always have to, like, you know, if someone is abusing you, you don't have to like take it. If someone is abusing you or throwing a pity party on you or whatever towards you, you don't have to engage. You know, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to be part of the cycle if you don't want to. But or you can do what's next. You know, the next part of the cycle after the discard is after the devalue is a discard. Maybe you need a break from someone who's abusing you all the time. I think so. Yeah, seriously, take a break, man. They don't deserve you. Actually, maybe they do. Maybe you deserve them. Who knows? We'll talk about it another day. Try not to be a toxic empath, man. A dark empath, toxic empath. They try and make it really sexy, right? By calling it a dark empath. Oh, all those Scorpios, right? Oh, it's so dangerous. I'm a dark empath. I love you so much from the gates of hell. Oh, you'll never understand me. I sure do. You're on page 57 of the Toxic Motherfucker Guide of Stay the Fuck Away. You really are. Oh, my God. Don't be one of those guys. Try and be cool, man. ABC, always be cool. Today's, you know, for right now, just recognize the patterns and leave it in the description box. leave it in the comments section. That's it. This week we're going to work about the patterns. Later on in the week, we'll talk about what happens when someone begins to verbally devalue you, and how you can stick up against that. Not how you can fight the narcissist or fight the toxic person. We're not going to learn verbal judo here or NLP here. Like, we might, but probably not. Okay, that's what you're going to have to do that on the no one used to watch those videos, so I stopped making them. But here we go. But here's the deal. So later on, we're going to talk about how you can strengthen your frame from within. So when someone tries to devalue you, you're just going to laugh with them and say, wow, I think that's a really stupid comment. and when you get to the point where you're devalued enough times, and you just look at the guy and say, wow, that's a really stupid comment enough times, you're going to get it through your head that you're trying to hold your value against someone that you actually think is stupid, because they are. So, like, I wish you the best, but now I'm throwing people under the bus. We'll throw them under the bus on Wednesday. But for today, notice the pattern, notice the cycle, write it down, be part of it. They discard you. You know how many times I get asked, hey, Sonny, you think my boyfriend's coming back? Hey, Sonny, you think my girlfriend's coming back? And I'm like, well, who cares? But, like, you want them back? The amount of times I say, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But you'd be surprised how often I actually say yes if it's this type of situation. The value occurs after discard. So after you're discarded, just like the devalue is coming after the value, the discard's coming after the devalue, love bombing's coming back. Value is value. It's a cycle. So after the discard, they're going to value you again. You just have to give it some time. I don't know why you would want to, but there you go. And that's the deal. Stick up for yourselves, guys. Remember, no one has the right to blame you for anything, even if it is your fault. That's right, including you. No one has the right to blame you for everything, including you. No one has the right to dump on you, including yourself, even if it is your fault. The milk's already spilled. Clean it up. And that's the action, guys. Please share the video. Please be super cool. And that's the action. Subscribe to the channel from thesunnyside.net. Actually, I want to see a lot of thumbs on this one. I've seen too many people. Anyways, everybody be super cool. From thesunnyside.net, I'm Sonny, wishing everyone the best of a super beautiful day. Just take a moment and be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what's going on. And that's the action, guys. Wishing everyone the best, and I'll see you soon.